Welcome everybody. I am Mark Fisk. I'm the Chief Administrator of Bingham Academy. Just one sec, I'm going to make sure my mic is on. Looks good. On behalf of the Board of Directors, it's my pleasure to welcome both our in-person audience and those who are watching through the live stream. This year marks the end of Bingham Academy's 6th year, and what a year it has been. We can all agree on that. Despite the fourth quarter being disrupted, this year saw continued accomplishments from our students, especially before all the disruptions and everything. For example, the Bingham Academy team took second place in our first ever entry into the Science Bowl. So we were excited for that. The advent of our girls' computer programming club, the Cubic Queens, and a number of other accomplishments and firsts for Bingham Academy. A year after becoming the first STEM-designated high school in Idaho, we are one of only two this year. STEM is an acronym that stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Despite challenges and obstacles, we're offering a program here in Bingham Academy and Bingham County that is unique and special. Bingham Academy students are winning awards, earning college credits, and being prepared for the real world. In fact, 40% of all the classes that we offered this year were college classes, the highest percentage it has ever been. Bingham Academy offers students in this community the chance to earn those college credits in a STEM environment while still in high school and still here in Blackfoot. So thank you, and once again, welcome to this graduation ceremony. One of the most difficult songs, in my opinion, to sing is the Star-Spangled Banner, our national anthem. So I'd ask that you please stand as our 2020 graduate, Corey Nee, sings for us, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to follow immediately after. Corey. Oh, you're seated. Excellent. I'd like to recognize the teachers and other faculty members who make Bingham Academy function each school day and beyond. Other than Ms. Singer and Dr. Harris, who are here tonight, the faculty opted to not be present at these ceremonies so that the graduates could have two guests while allowing the school to comply with the governor's guidelines for stage 3 of the reopening of our state. So I will simply read the names of those who added their skills, their knowledge and passion to our school and poured themselves out into your students this year. Please hold your applause until I've introduced them all. Mrs. Elisa Van Orden, Dr. Micah Davidson, Mr. George Lake, Mrs. Teresa Norton, Mr. George Hamilton, Mrs. Jenny Ball, Miss Jamie Bertosky, Miss Mindy Singer, Miss Eva Mayer, Mrs. Jennifer Brashears, Dr. Chad Harris, Miss Pat Wolfley, and Miss Jocelyn Hodge. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Ashley Gardapi, our school secretary, Mr. Chuck Agans, Mr. Junior Portillo, Mr. Brian Thielen, and Mr. Steve Bailey, and all the others that have served our students and our school throughout this year. To the faculty, I say a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for giving more than content and curriculum. Thanks for investing your very selves in these and all the students at Bingham Academy. The direction and dedication of our school's board of directors is also critically important. This year, the board oversaw the successful acquisition of our conditional use permit with the city of Blackfoot, major school policy changes, and more. I'm grateful for the sacrificial service and the time they dedicate away from their families to serve our community by serving on the board of directors. Thank you, Mr. Dan Cravens, Mrs. Holly Lilia, Mrs. Tasha Wolfley, and Mr. Jeffrey Robbins. Miss Jason Bell is a Bingham Academy senior and graduating with us this evening, who epitomizes many of the qualities that we value at our school. She will tell you about herself and her journey to Bingham Academy and what she plans on doing now that she's graduating. A little round of applause for Miss Bell.
So, I guess we all didn't have 2020 vision. Who would have thought that we would be graduating during a global pandemic? We've learned to adapt to all of the changes thrown at us from the time we were born to now. We may not know what the future holds, but we can make it through it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jason Bell, and I've been asked to talk about my high school journey. I originally started out my high school career at Blackfoot High School, but at the end of my sophomore year, I felt like I needed a change. That's when I started looking into Bingham Academy, and I knew that was what I needed in order to pursue my future career in medicine. I started here my junior year, and it was definitely the change that I needed. During my freshman and sophomore year, I was on a speech and debate team, which helped me come out of my shell and find my voice. I was also taking advanced classes, which helped me realize that I could get a head start in the medical field. Because of that realization, I started looking into Bingham Academy, and I found out about the medical assisting track and the early college program. During my junior year, I was focused on gaining college credit and completing all of the prerequisites for the medical assisting program at the College of Eastern Idaho. I was mainly taking dual credit courses, which strengthened my study skills. I was also the junior class president and the editor-in-chief of the yearbook committee. Working with the other student council members and the yearbook team helped me gain teamwork and leadership skills. This year, my main focus was on medical assisting, as well as gaining my EMT certification through the Blackfoot Fire Department. Shout out to my homies at the station. I was mainly off campus at CEI, and I got a taste of what college is like. I spent every Wednesday night at the fire station learning how to take care of patients, as well as ride along the ambulance during calls. Since I started here at Bingham Academy, I have earned almost 50 college credits, gained my EMT license, and have been accepted into the professional medical assisting program at CEI. I am grateful for my parents, families, friends, teachers, and administration who have been so supportive for me throughout my entire high school career. I am thankful for all of the opportunities that Bingham Academy has given me, and I look forward to what my future holds.
Change left. While I'm doing this, let's have the graduates stand. Graduates, this is a ceremony, but it's also a celebration, and it's the culmination of more than a decade of effort on your part. So well done and congratulations. It's proof that consistent and disciplined effort over a period of time can lead to successfully accomplishing what may have seemed at times like the impossible, right? All right, have a seat. Thank you. Well, that's not going to happen. At Bingham Academy, we seek not only to graduate students from high school, but to ready them for college, a career, and as productive citizens. Tonight, I want to briefly share three of those, probably two of those characteristics. We like to keep it short around here, that we are seeking to inculcate in your students, in your children. The first is perseverance. This can be defined as the quality that allows someone to continue trying to do something even though it is difficult. Think about it like this. You can't persevere if everything is easy. Perseverance can only exist in the presence of the difficult. Diamonds form where there is incredible temperature and pressure. These graduates have persevered through the regular challenges of high school, and they've persevered through the unique challenges that came with a global pandemic. Perseverance means that when things get tough, the tough get going. These graduates persevered through difficulties, have toughened up some, and are going on to the next chapters of their lives, where they will face new difficulties and challenges with the perseverance they learned here. One of the things that made this year difficult was rapid change. Learning to adjust with flexibility and agility is another trait that we try to teach. These graduates had to do just that. They had to adapt. On Monday, March 16th, way back then, it seems like a lot longer ago, right? I attended a meeting of county school leaders as we discussed what each district and charter was planning if and when school closures were necessary. By the end of that day, the State Board of Education had shut down on-campus schools statewide. The next day, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, we were closed. And for the next 3 days, which led into spring break. Monday, March 30th, marked the beginning of Bingham Academy's fourth quarter and a different way of doing school. Through the challenges that the next 32 school days presented, these graduates adjusted and adapted to the change. Perseverance and adaptability are two of the traits that we taught here. Graduates, life is going to continue to challenge you. You've seen that here this year. You've lived it. Things are going to change, sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better. Persevere and adapt. Persevere and adapt to college. Persevere and adapt to your career, or whatever chapters of life you go into next. Keep on keeping on. Graduates, upon the completion of your course of study, culminating in the meeting of all Idaho graduation requirements, we present your diplomas. Ms. Singer? Try to get these on here.
other flowers that are barely open or little buds, beginning of the first stages into adulthood. That binds them together will represent you are forever tied to this experience. As you face challenges in your adult life, please use these experiences.
Give me a second. I'm getting there.
Guide you through any struggles that you have in adulthood. We will begin calling our graduates down and announcing the extra regalia that they are wearing. First, Mr. Aiden Lopez, graduating with an engineering program. Mr. Keith Ashley, graduating with a STEM diploma and in the computer science program. Mr. Christian Vatican. Mr. Quentin Vatican, graduating with
Yep.
a STEM diploma with a computer science emphasis.
Where did yours go? Oh, here it is. Get it? Okay.
Miss Rachel Bell,
There we go.
graduating with high honors, a STEM diploma, and in the certified medical assisting program.
Thank you.
Mr. Aurelio Chapa, graduating with a STEM diploma.
There you go. Grab.
Graduating in the engineering program.
There you go, Trevin.
Miss Stephanie High, graduating in the certified
Oop.
medical assistant program.
Make sure. Here. Oh.
Sydney Wilkes, graduating in the certified medical program.
Okay. Remember to put flowers there, and I think Christian didn't get flowers. Quentin, did you get flowers? You didn't get flowers either. What are the Vaticans? You got them? I know Jason got some. Okay. Oh, thank you. Tonight's graduates have shown perseverance and the ability to adapt to change, like we've had to do. They have overcome many, many challenges to achieve this milestone. And I think it's apropos that today is the same day that SpaceX and NASA successfully launched the Dragon capsule. Today, we launched these dragons into a world full of giddy vistas, sure, but also a world full of challenges that need to be overcome. Sounds like the kinds of challenges that these dragons will need to face head on while using some of the tools that they've been given here to launch themselves into their future. Graduates, please rise and face the audience. You may now turn your tassels, and as they do, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Bingham Academy's graduating class of 2020. All right, please remain where you are until your student escorts you to the appropriate exit. And they remember where that is, hopefully. Thank you for coming. You are dismissed. Go Dragons! You guys can just sit down until everybody else is done. Good job. No, it was great. Sounded awesome.